Hey guys, it's Marl and welcome to Let's Talk Baby. If you guys have been watching the news lately, you would know that the House has voted to defund Planned Parenthood. Now this is causing huge uproar among tons of communities. So they are voting to ban funding for Planned Parenthood because Planned Parenthood does perform abortions. Now, what they're not mentioning is what else Planned Parenthood does. 35% of Planned Parenthood services are contraception. For me personally, as a teenager, I grew up with a single father, and living with my dad meant that I was a girl who was uncomfortable talking to my dad about sex. And that means that I had to be responsible on my own. So I did go to Planned Parenthood and I felt like I made the right decision. I made the decision that people say, oh, well, you know, these people are having abortions because they can't stay safe. Well, you know what? I never had an abortion and I did what I had to do to stay safe, whether it be through birth control or whether it be through just obtaining contraception. So 34% of what Planned Parenthood provides are testing and treatment for STDs, HIV/AIDS, infections, anything like that. They provide that service and counseling. That is the number one thing. We cannot move forward without education. Education is what they are defunding, and a lot of that education comes from Planned Parenthood. 17% of their services are cancer screening and prevention. That is also something that is extremely an important service. Keep in mind, guys, I have the perspective of a Canadian, but I did live in the States for many years. The argument that I heard most of the time was that, you know, healthcare wasn't affordable. If you don't have insurance, you're screwed. Everything like that. And this is where people could go to get the things that they needed. 10% are other women's health issues. So this is just generic blanketing of other services they provide for women. 3% of their services are abortion services. Now, I am in no way getting in the debate about abortion. I mean, it is, I'm not giving my opinion about it because I feel like it is a extremely sensitive topic. It is up to you what your beliefs are. Words, it's them fighting words, and I don't need them fighting words. You know, all I want to say is that 3% of their services are for abortion, which is what is blanketing funding for Planned Parenthood right now and what is bringing them downhill. And then 1% is other services. I want to hear, where do you guys stand in terms of Planned Parenthood as an organization not receiving funding anymore? Where do you guys think the line should be, and how has Planned Parenthood affected your life? Because Planned Parenthood was a part of my life, so I can't say that I fully support it being defunded, because it's something that as a teenager really did save my life. And don't say, oh my god, you just shouldn't have had sex, because we're in the 21st century and that's just something that doesn't always happen. So let's be realistic, people. You got to be realistic. Kids these days are having sex. So what are you going to do? You got to teach them to be responsible. That's it. As a parent, you have to teach them to be responsible. And that is something that Steve and I even already have started talking about when it comes to Hunter. I mean, these are things you start talking about before you have babies. You go, what are we going to teach him? Don't be silly. Wrap your willy. Don't get a girl pregnant. You can't assume that you're going to go, oh, well, if you're going to have sex, you're stupid. Because we're in a day and age where we have to teach them to be smart about the decisions they're going to make and to minimize the consequences. That doesn't mean eliminate the consequences, but if they're going to make a decision, they have to live with the consequences. And that means that sometimes it's better to teach them that, you know what, there are things you can do to minimize the consequences. Keep yourself safe, keep your partner safe. And that's just where I stand in terms of the defunding of Planned Parenthood. Give this video a thumbs up for more videos on things in the news, and subscribe, because I need you peeps, you know? I can't do this without you. So subscribe. Tell me you love me, because you do. I know you don't love this hairdo, but I know you love me. Alright guys, have a great day and thanks for watching Let's Talk Baby.